Hello everyone. In this video we will learn about GIS application. Before we get started, let me give you a brief background of GIS. GIS stands for GIS Enabled Entitlement Tracking System. The purpose of this application was to have a common platform for all government schemes which would help us in accessing and tracking them. There are three types of users for GIS application. 1. Sub-administrators, 2. Enumerators, and 3. General public. In this video, let's take a look at all the screens accessible by general public without login credentials. So what you're looking at right now is the home page of GIS application. The search eligibility form on this page helps us in searching for eligible schemes by entering our basic details on this form. For example, we are entering our details, state, age, select the caste, select gender, whether we are BPL or not, our marital status, whether we are pregnant or not, and whether we are disabled or not. After entering the details and upon clicking the search button, we'll be able to see different schemes that we are eligible for under each scheme category. For example, under Social Security scheme category, I'm right now eligible for 6 schemes. Also, upon clicking on each scheme, we'll be able to see description of the scheme along with entitlement, eligibility, and documents required in order to apply for the scheme. Now let's go back to the home page. The next option that we have on home page is Scheme Search option. Upon clicking this button, here we can search for eligible schemes for individuals and households by entering entitlement card number for individuals and household number for households. Additionally, on this page, we will be able to perform scheme category-wise search for individuals and households who are not registered on GIS application. Like you can see, we have different scheme categories on this page over here, and upon clicking on each scheme category, you'll be able to enter basic details for that particular scheme category, and upon clicking search, only the eligible schemes under that scheme category will be displayed for us. The next option that we have on home page is the scheme's information. This page helps the user in searching for schemes available in the state that they belong to. For example, I'm selecting Jharkhand. GIS application automatically loads all the schemes that are provided in the state along with state name, scheme category, and scheme details. Upon scrolling down, we'll be able to view all the schemes that are provided in Jharkhand state. As you can see, there are a total of 46 schemes in Jharkhand state. So that was about search eligibility, scheme search, and schemes information on home page. Thank you. Hello everyone. In this video, we will cover the rest of the sections that are accessible by general public without login credentials. Firstly, on home page, we have performance dashboard over here that helps us in knowing various information such as total individuals and households eligibility, applied and availed information in different states for different schemes along with gender and social groups that they belong to. Next, we have partners information section. Under this section, we will be able to see all the partners, and upon clicking on each partner's logo, we'll be able to navigate to the website of that particular partner. For example, I'm clicking on Gram Vikas partner logo. Then the system will automatically navigate me to the Gram Vikas official website. Now let's go back to GIS application. After partners section, the next option that we have here is the resources section, under which users will have access to case studies, photo gallery, scheme compendiums, GIS training videos, and GIS user manuals, which are very helpful for the users to acquaint themselves with GIS application. So these are all the sections on GIS application that are accessible by users without login credentials. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to GIS web application. In this video, we will take a look at all the features available for sub-administrators. Before moving forward, let's try to understand the role of sub-administrators. Sub-administrators are the ones who actually register enumerators on GIS application. They also have the ability to track the data that is being captured by enumerators on GIS mobile application via various options and reports on GIS web application. Subadmins need user credentials in order to log into the system. So I'm going to use my subadmin credentials in order to log into GIS application upon clicking on login button that is available over here. The login page will ask us to enter the user ID, password, and also CAPTCHA. After logging in, apart from the screens and functionalities that we saw till now, sub-administrators will have access to administration menu to the left-hand side of the screen. Upon clicking this hamburger icon, we will be able to access administration menu. As you can see, we have different sections under administration menu. Upon clicking the first section, data entry, we'll be able to view 4 options under it. 1. SCCC data. Upon clicking on SCCC data option, we'll be able to view the census data or the individual records that we receive from the government. Right now, we didn't receive any records from the government, so no data available message is getting displayed on the screen. The next option that we have under data entry section is the entitlement card data option. Upon clicking entitlement card data, we'll be able to view records of individuals with details such as entitlement card ID, household number, name, father's name, mother's name, status, and enumerator information, along with various operations that can be performed on each of the records, which are update, print entitlement card, tracking register. Upon clicking update, user will be able to update the existing record. We can also view the entitlement cards of each individual by clicking on print entitlement card option. On this page, we'll be able to print the entitlement card of this particular individual. We have another option against each individual, which is called tracking register. The tracking register contains individual information such as entitlement card number, name, household number, along with the applied and availed status of the individuals for each scheme. We'll be able to print the entitlement tracking register as well. On this page, we have other options such as household records, SCCC records, add new record, and registered deaths. Records of households helps us in viewing all the registered households on GIS application. The next button, which is called the Verify SCCC Records, helps us in viewing the census data or the records that we receive from the government. Then we have Add New Record option, which helps the users in registering individuals and households on GIS application. Next, we have Registered Deaths button that helps us in registering deaths of individuals on GIS application. Now let's go back to the administration menu. The third option that we have under data entry section is Add New Record. This option allows the users to register individuals and households on GIS application. Users will be able to capture basic information, ID cards, social security, skill development, sanitation, health and nutrition, and other information of individuals and households in order to register or save them on GIS application. The next option that we have under data entry section is the All Enumerators Records. This is one of the important options for subadmins as it displays all the records of individuals and households along with the enumerator details who has actually registered them on GIS application. Upon clicking View button, we will be able to view the information of registered individuals or households on GIS application. As you can see, this is the information or the details of the individual record Basanti Santa. So that was all about data entry section. Thank you. Chapter 4. In this chapter, we will cover entitlement tracking, entitlement grievances, and schemes eligibility sections available for sub-administrators under Administration menu of GIS web application. Upon clicking Entitlement Tracking, user will have two options, that is, individuals and households. Entitlements tracking for individuals page allows the user to submit entitlement card of an individual in order to track eligible, applied, and availed statuses of the individual for different schemes. For example, I am entering entitlement card number of an individual. After entering and submitting the entitlement card number, we'll be able to see the basic details of the individual over here. And below it, the schemes that are highlighted in green are the schemes that this particular individual is eligible for. This page also allows the user to view scheme details by clicking on Show Description option that is available for each scheme. Additionally, user will be able to update applied and availed statuses of each scheme for the individual by checking applied and availed boxes. Now let's go back to the administration menu. The second option that we have under entitlement tracking is the entitlement tracking for households. This page allows the user to submit household number in order to track eligible, applied, and availed statuses of the household for different schemes. For example, I am entering a household number over here. After submitting the household number, we'll be able to see the schemes that this household is eligible for along with their description. Similar to entitlement tracking for individuals, even this page allows the users to update applied and availed statuses of each scheme for this household by checking applied and availed boxes. The next option that we have under administration menu is the entitlement grievances. Upon clicking on entitlement grievances, the user will have two options, that is, individuals and households. Entitlement grievances for individuals page allows us to view the list of grievances of individuals that are registered on GIS application. Right now, no grievances have been registered and hence no data available message is getting displayed on the screen. Apart from viewing the grievances list of individuals, this page allows the user to register new grievances on GIS application by clicking on Register New Grievance button. The second option that we have under entitlement grievances is the grievances for households. This page allows the user to view the list of grievances of households that are registered on GIS application. Right now, no grievances have been registered and hence no data available message is displayed on the screen. Apart from viewing the grievances list of households, this page allows the user to register new grievances for households on GIS application by clicking on Register New Grievance button. The next section on administration menu is the schemes eligibility section. This page is same as the scheme search page that is available on home page, where we can search for eligible schemes for both individuals and households by submitting entitlement card number for individuals and household number for households. Additionally, we can perform scheme category wise search for individuals and households who are not registered on GIS application. In this chapter, we have covered entitlement tracking, entitlement grievances, and schemes eligibility. Let's talk about all the reports that are available on GIS web application for sub-administrators in the next chapter. Thank you. Chapter 5, GIS reports. In this chapter, we will take a look at all the reports that are available for sub-administrators after logging into GIS web application. Right now, I'm logged in as a sub-administrator, and under the reports section, we'll be able to see the reports that are accessible by the sub-administrators. The first report that we have here is grievances. This report helps the user in tracking the grievances registered on GIS application in the selected region and for the selected scheme. User will have the ability to change region and change schemes by using the available buttons on this report in order to track the data. The next report that we have under Reports section is the SECC Basic. This report allows the user to track the census information from the government in the selected region. Again, user will have the ability to change region upon clicking on Change Region button. Right now, we have no census data coming from the government and hence, data is not available for selected region is getting displayed on the screen. The next report is the Scheme-wise Eligibility Report. This is one of the most important reports as it helps the users in tracking total number of individuals eligible, total number of individuals applied, and total number of individuals available for each scheme in the selected region. Also, all the reports available on GIS application can be exported in PDF and Excel format. Now let's go back to the reports section. The fourth report that we have here is the Individuals Tracking Report. This report allows the user to track all the individuals in the selected region along with the schemes that they have applied and availed for. After individuals tracking, we have households tracking report. Similar to individuals tracking report, this report allows the users to track households in the selected region along with their schemes that they have applied and availed for. The next report under the reports section is the individual's eligibility report. This report helps the user to track the schemes that the individuals in the selected region are eligible for. Again, the user will have the ability to change the region by clicking on Change Region button. The next report under the reports section is the households eligibility report. Similar to individuals eligibility report, this report helps the user to track the schemes that the household in the selected region are eligible for, along with the option to change the region by clicking on Change Region button. Now let's go back to the reports section. The next report that we have is the enumerator report of data collection. On this report, user will be able to select a region by using Change Region button, and they'll be able to select a specific time period as well by selecting from date and to date. Upon submitting the region and the time period, this report allows the user to track total households created and updated, total individuals created and updated by the enumerators in the selected region for a specific time period. This report captures enumerators' details as well, such as user ID, name, mobile, and their address. After the enumerator report of data collection, we have login history report. This report allows the user to track login history or the information of users who are logging into GIS web application as well as GIS mobile application. As you can see, this report is tracking the username, timestamp, IP address, user agent, action and status of the users of GIS web application. When we scroll down, after scrolling down, we'll be able to see the GIS mobile application users information such as username, timestamp, device ID and session status. That's all about login history report. Last but not the least, we have dashboard. This dashboard is basically an integration of multiple reports such as individuals tracking, individuals grievances, households tracking, and households grievances. This dashboard allows the user to track all the information at one place for the selected region. So these are all the reports that are accessible by sub-administrators on GIS application in order to track the data entry being performed by enumerators. Thank you. Chapter 6. In this chapter, we will talk about the remaining sections under the administration menu of GIS web application that are accessible by subadmins. That is GIS dashboard, user management, and project management module. Talking about GIS dashboard, this option allows the user to track individuals and households applied and availed information in a specific region on a geographic information system. Next we have is the user management. User management is the most important section for the sub-administrators as it allows them to register users on GIS application. This page also displays the information of GIS application users who are already registered on GIS. Upon clicking on Update option, against each user, we will be able to update the user information on GIS. Upon clicking on Reset Password option against each user, we'll be able to create new passwords for the users. Now let's take a look at how to create users on GIS application. Upon clicking the button Register User that is available over here, we'll be able to create new users on GIS application. This page allows us to enter basic information of the user, login information of the user such as user ID, password, and it also allows us to select a role that we are going to assign to the user. For example, I'm going to create an enumerator now. So I'm selecting enumerator under select roles section. And upon scrolling down, we'll also be able to assign organization and regions to the enumerator. Another important thing while registering users on GIS application is that enumerators are allowed to work in rural areas and urban areas. If the enumerator is working in rural area, then the Select Region Type drop-down menu will contain the values State, District, Tehsil and Village, and we'll be able to assign villages to the enumerators. Another scenario is that the enumerators will be working in urban area. So under Area Type drop-down menu, I'll select Urban. Upon selecting Urban in Area Type drop-down menu, the Select Region Type drop-down menu values will be State, District, ULB and wards, and here I'll be able to assign wards to the enumerators and enumerators will be collecting or gathering data in wards. After assigning the regions, the other option that we have over here is selecting default region. So before saving the user, it is also very important for us to select default region. And upon clicking Save User button, the respective enumerator user will be successfully registered on GIS web application. So that was about user management section. The next option that we have over here is the project management module. The project management module allows the sub-administrators to upload case studies and photos on GIS application that can be viewed under resources section of the home page. Another important option for the sub-administrators is the ability to change region of the whole application, which means upon selecting a region by using the Change Region option under Administration menu, the whole application will be updated with the data belonging to the selected region. Now let's go back to the home page. Another important option for the users is the Change Language option that is located to the top right corner of the screen. User will be able to select a language from the available drop-down menu. For example, I'm selecting Hindi. And the whole application or the system will be translated into Hindi for me, and the user will be able to select the respective languages according to their convenience. So that was all about GIS web application features and functionalities that are available for sub-administrators. Hope this video helps you to get acquainted to GIS web application and have a better understanding of the usage of the system. Thank you.